Welcome to the Away Yet Close podcast. Meet your host, Lamia
and Mandy, expats like you, here to guide you through the food and body image challenges you might encounter as you settle into a new country.
Get ready to explore, eat, empower, no matter where you are in the world. Ready to dive in? Let's get started. Welcome to our new podcast. We are so excited to be here. My name is Lamia and this is Mandy, and we are here to introduce ourselves and introduce our new podcast. So let's start with you, Mandy.
Yes, thank you, Lamia. I am Armandina, but people usually call me Mandy, so we will call me Mandy in this podcast. I come from the north of Mexico, from a city called Monterrey. I studied there my bachelor in psychology, but I always wanted to live abroad, get to know the world. So I always wanted to do my master in another country, and that's how I arrived in the Netherlands. So I got a scholarship to do my master in health and social psychology in Maastricht. And after my master, I went back to Mexico for a couple of years, but then I wanted to have the experience of working abroad. So I came back to the Netherlands, but this time to the capital, to Amsterdam, that I heard that this city is so international, that there are a lot of opportunities. So I found here a job as a therapist. I worked for a while in a company, and then I opened my own company. Now I work as a self-employed with my company where I provide therapy for expats, and I also have a certification as intuitive eating counselor. So I also provide sessions and programs for people who want to improve their relationship with their bodies and with food. Yes, so tell us a bit about yourself now, Lamia.
Yeah, that's nice to hear about your experience and your background. So for me, I'm from Tunisia. I live in the Netherlands for now 14 years, so I'm expat slash immigrant, I guess, not fully expat at this level after 14 years of being in the Netherlands. My background is in computer science, but then I came to the Netherlands to do a PhD in health informatics, and I got into the health part a bit. And later on, I discovered more like a kind of passion to coaching. And because of my own experience, I became a coach, and I got certified also in intuitive eating. So I'm officially also intuitive eater counselor, like Mandy. I also have an experience in abroad, got to France, came to the Netherlands, traveling a lot. That's something that I really love. What else about me? Yeah, so you will hear more about us during these podcast episodes, and you get to know us more and more. And hopefully, we share a lot of common things with you. So then you're wondering how these two people came together with different backgrounds, with different country of origin, and we are both in the Netherlands and actually both in Amsterdam. And so maybe you can share with us how we got in touch and how we started working together.
Yes. Well, when I started my own business, I wanted to make networking. I wanted to have new connections, especially in this topic in intuitive eating, because I know that is something that is pretty new in a lot of parts of the world. So I started to find people in LinkedIn and contact them to go for a cup of coffee or have a call and see if there's something that we can do together or to understand how the intuitive eating world was here in the Netherlands. So that's how I found Lamia, that she had this certification. So I contacted her to go for a coffee, and then we went to this beautiful place next to the river in the center of Amsterdam, and that's where we started to brainstorm, share our stories, right?
Yeah, exactly. And we clicked immediately when we started having like discussing about our background, about our mission, about what we want to do in the future. And there was a lot of things that were similar, and we wanted to head towards a similar direction. So that helped us to have good discussions, be able to communicate, and be able to start these kind of initiatives and like starting this podcast. So I'm happy that you contact me through LinkedIn and that we are able now to work together and hopefully bring you so much insights and content in the future through this podcast.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
I'm also very happy, and yeah, I'm glad that you were also very open to have this coffee because yeah, we didn't know each other, and that was a very good start.
Yeah.
So this is one of the projects that we brainstorm. We will have other projects, but now we are in this, and this is what we are sharing with you now that you are listening to us.
Yeah, and being in the same city, Amsterdam helped us. So that's one of the things. Being expats, both sharing like similar experiences, either in personal level or professional level, and that helps a lot. And that's what we want to do through the podcast. We want to help people to navigate challenges that they may face when coming to a new country, either when it comes to food or when it comes to body image, where there is a lot of expectations, maybe different expectation from your country of origin and the country where you are living in currently, or maybe just traveling for a short period into a different country and then like there is a lot of challenges that we want to help you through this podcast to navigate and share our experience and share some tips and tricks about how to manage that. And this is what we want to do through this podcast. Maybe I'm forgetting something.
Yes, no, you're right. And yes, we know that there is a lot of, well, we both come from cultures where food is something very important. It's not just something that you eat to survive, but it also has meaning of connection with other people, relationships, cultural traditions. We share some feelings with others through food. So when the food has like a special meaning and you have a special relationship in your country and you move to a country where everything is completely different and the ingredients and also how people relate to their bodies, we know that this can create a lot of struggles, that we can go through a lot of challenges and difficulties. So that's why, yeah, as Lamia was saying, we want to talk in this podcast about these struggles as an expat in relation to your eating habits and your relationship with your body. And we want to create a community. We want to create a community here. And no matter where you are in the world, if you are in another country, if you can relate to this type of problems, that we can be this space for you to connect, to learn, to share, and yeah, to be in contact with other people who are struggling with this.
Yeah, exactly. And we also want to support you in your mental well-being and provide you with a toolkit that you can use in any kind of situation that can happen to you, especially when you are navigating your expat life and how to proceed further with it or how to use it or how to navigate the challenges. So we will focus on that also and hopefully we can support you and create this community as Mandy was saying.
Yes, the reason that we want to do this is because both of us, when we were in this coffee and talking about this, we found out that we both struggled with some things and that we didn't have the support to go through that. We didn't have anyone that we can listen to or connect with in these areas, and that's why we identify that there is this lack of support out there, specifically in the eating, in your body image as an expat. And that's why we want this podcast to be that place where you can get, like Lamia was saying, this mental health well-being toolkit, where we can embrace body neutrality, when we can give you practical tips and tools for applying intuitive eating in your everyday life.
Yeah, and hopefully we can manage that. So this will be like the content of our upcoming episodes. Every time it will be a new challenging topic or new tips around certain topics, or we can invite some guests that they can also share their own experience. So if you are listening to us and you have you've met this kind of challenges, or you went through these challenges, or you are still in these challenges, you can contact us and we can discuss the topic or invite you into our podcast to have a discussion. Like now we are sitting next to each other. I don't think that you see us when you are listening to the podcast, but we have like a nice discussion together, and we want to maybe increase this kind of coziness.
Yeah, so as Lamia said, if you just want to contribute, share a story, give us some ideas of things we can talk about here. If you just want to share what you think about our podcast, don't hesitate to do it. Just send us an email or contact us. And well, we are very happy that you are here, that you are listening to us, and we hope to see you soon in our next episode. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Await Yet Closed podcast.
Whether you are on the other side of the world or just navigating your own food and life journey, remember you're not alone.
If you enjoy what you heard, like, subscribe, and review us. See you next time.